everybody should know. He's so handsome.
You're right, Nate.
He's just so ravishing.
I can't wait to just him to just hear his name and be like, yeah, we're simping over you. Hi, Nate. So, hello. Welcome to Pure Havoc.
Hello.
As you can see this evening, we are down 2 of our players, the lovely and radiant Jalapeno and our handsome and wonderful Nate, who plays Norza. They're out for the evening. They're fine. There's a lot of traveling and all of that going on, but they should be back for our next game on the 28th, which will be our spoopy episode. It'll be very interesting. I'm very excited. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But this evening we have our lovely cast of 3. So we'll see what shenanigans this group gets up to, or not shenanigans. We'll see. You guys don't have your mortal compass when it comes to Norza, so we'll see. yeah.
We got that top shelf cast though.
Yeah, you do. You got the top shelf cast. It's very aesthetically pleasing, but
ain't no Cheetos vodka here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is already setting the tone for how this game is going to go this evening. This is going to be a fun time. So, before we get started, to recap a little bit about our last game, since the wonderful Red Queen Hales was not in attendance at the last game, but we'll do a little recap for our audience as well. So, last game, our lovely group was still inside the White Lotus auction house, where they were attempting to acquire a scroll of Meteor Swarm on behalf of Erkis. The scroll had come into circulation and could have fallen in wrong hands after the very first bad guy that you guys dealt with had killed off a lot of mages and magic users and had sold off the Meteor scroll, and it ended up at this auction house. So, in order to keep it out of the public and out of the hands of any bad guy or unsavory type who may utilize it, she sent you there instead to go get it for her. You all, being you, decided not to wait until the next day when the auction was happening, but to break into the middle of the night. Xavier was able to utilize some of his criminal contacts in the city to have them disable the alarms for the most part, and unlock the doors. And we're told that they could take whatever, a portion of the magic items that they found there. Xavier, upon being warned and told that it was open, went ahead. The group went ahead, and in the presence of, in the midst of this auction house, they were able to find a new friend, a Displacer Beast kitten that was locked away in a cage in a cell all by itself. The party quickly made the decision of no one should live their life in a cage, which is really funny coming from a group of criminals that live their life in cages.
I'm not a criminal!
Vera and Norza, but and Rain wasn't there, so
get with the program, Hales.
But
I gotta save it for when you least expect it. I gotta have the big 180.
Xavier's working on it.
you all are going to switch alignments suddenly in one game, and I'm not going to know what to do with myself. You'll all switch, and I'll be like, well, now I gotta rewrite it.
If Xavier ever switches alignments, the just sheer trauma of everything he's done that'll come falling down on him, he's just gonna go catatonic.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of trauma in this group.
No, what? It's D&D. There's no trauma here.
So craziness.
Taking the small little displacer beef, now dubbed Muffin, the Destroyer of Worlds.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Full title. Into their arms and continuing onwards throughout the auction house, you were able to find the room filled with magic items. You didn't originally find the scroll that you were looking for, but Xavier took it upon himself to look for a secret passageway, was able to look through the doorknob key, and did you Misty Step? That's what you used, correct? You
Yep.
Misty Stepped into the next
I
room?
looked through the key. I looked through the keyhole.
Misty Stepped.
Actually, I sent one of my dancing lights in there
That's
so I
what
could
it was.
see.
So you could see, and then you Misty Stepped. That's correct. Xavier was successful in finding the scroll. However, unbeknownst to him, he had accidentally set off the alarm for a flame skull in the next room that our two lovely players at the time, Morgan and Norza, had to fight off. Xavier, realizing what
They did
had
a
happened,
wonderful job of that, though.
They did a wonderful job, and then you bust down
You're
the door.
doing great, sweetie.
And Xavier busted down the door and fireballed the rest of the room. They did a great job up until that point. Upon looking around for any surviving magical items, as at this point the alarm was sound and you were starting to hear someone at the front door and the back door, as you had put an immovable rod across the back door, they were unable to get in, so went around to the front trying to get in as well.
I stand by that plan.
Very good. That was very good. Very quickly, you grabbed what you could, which happened to be, Xavier, a alchemy set with some purple glass syringes with a strange purple liquid that even Identify was not 100% sure what they were. But they survived the blast, so you took them. You were able, as a group, to grab a couple of other magical items before going and summoning whatever teleportation magic is utilized in your bracelets to get you back to Ericus. It being still the middle of the night, she was asleep and had to be woken up to come in, make sure that you guys got where you needed to be. Afterwards, Norza, realizing that he may have accidentally said a couple of hurtful sentences to a couple of his party members, went to the library to read up on some self-help books. Xavier went ahead and began using this newfound syringe on a rat, and Morgan, having had previous trauma in relation to this and rolling high enough to perceive that these syringes looked like something from his past, took it upon themselves to pick up this set of syringes, get it from Xavier, and smash it against a wall. The rat then got away. Next morning, after our two lovely boys here had a bit of an argument and Norza trying to defuse the situation and then having Ericus come in and tell you all to knock it off and go to bed, the next day on Ericus's desk sat a cage with a blanket over it, and she asked you to explain yourselves of what she was looking at. She uncovered it, and there was a rat and an amalgamation of a hooked horror. It had purple splotchy skin, which immediately set off alarm bells to Morgan. It was after this that she said she would call you back into her office later for a mission for that day, and that she just needed some time to dispose of said new creature that had been created / experimented with. She wasn't quite sure yet what she wanted to do, and telling Xavier, no, you can't have it. So it was at this point that you all went back to your rooms and were waiting for Ericus's call. Was there anything you wanted to do before we get into today's actual mission that you have been assigned? Yes, no.
I know one thing I want to do.
Yes.
Detail.
Bupu is gonna follow Mom around and see how she disposes of the rat. And if there's any opportunity to steal it, Bupu is gonna steal it.
Okay, good to know. Fantastic.
Why are you like this?
Why are you like this? Good to know.
That is my rat. Plus, it's the only access I might have to more of that serum because it might be in its blood.
I mean, okay, yeah, fair. Tom understands the logic, but Morgan's not happy.
Yep. Morgan, that's gonna be an unfortunate contested point, but
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Before we actually deep dive into today's game for our chat, this game is mature. Dark themes may come up. None of my players' boundaries will be crossed. We have safety tools in place to avoid that, but just so everyone is aware, this is more of a mature show with some darker, mature themes, so be aware of that. And if any of the points that come up bother you, it's okay. You can leave the stream, you can mute the stream, we appreciate it, but your guys' mental health comes first. So.
Yeah,
right.
Our mental health comes second, your mental health comes first.
Your guys'
Exactly.
mental health also comes first for my players, but.
But you just
out there. All right.
Just take a step back. Care for yourself.
Self-care is important. So, Xavier, you send him out and he'll go follow Mom around and hopefully is able to bring your rat back to you. So I'll be rolling and making sure of that off to the side, depending on if he's caught or not. Vera, was there anything you wanted to do? Anything that you were hoping to accomplish before you go on your next mission?
Vera's gonna try and meet the Displacer Beast Muffin, the Destroyer of Worlds.
Who keeps Muffin the Destroyer of Worlds? You
Morgan
do?
does.
Morgan does? Morgan
Yeah.
does? I figured.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
I want so my mental image is, have you guys ever seen those calendars where it's like buff men with tiny animals?
Well, I was gonna say it's gonna be funny when Rain gets back to see how far those two fight over the.
Like, here's my mental image. I want Alphonse Eric from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood holding the kitten. That's what I want for Vera right now.
That is precious.
That's what I want for
it.
Vera. I want Vera like holding up the cat and just not knowing exactly how to handle a cat, obviously learning along the way, but like.
Of course.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay.
Morgan, is there anything you'd like to do?
There is. When we get back to our rooms, we have like a desk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Morgan is going to write a letter.
All right, you sit at your desk. You have parchment, and you're able to write a letter. Who is this letter to?
I can actually read it to you.
Oh.
So, because you have, if you write a letter, especially he's not the smartest, so he just reads it out to himself to make sure.
Of course, like you do, like
That's
any
right.
good writer does.
So, here's my thing though. If Vera is looking for Muffin, and Muffin is in my room.
If this is happening right after, Erica sent you to your room, you have some time.
Okay. Well, letter reads, Elena. I have lost count of the number of things I wish I could tell you. Time has not been the kindest to me, but I continue to live by the example you set all those years ago. I find it more and more difficult to keep the charade of happiness. The shame has been growing. I miss the others, and my imaginations grow darker thinking of the hells they have been going through. I feel a coward for abandoning them like I did, as much as it was out of my control. I could have tried to take some of them with me. Even so, their well-being continues to be foremost in my mind, and an opportunity has shown itself. Father has been seen out in the world, and myself and my companions have intercepted his work. I'm fairly certain that higher-ups will be sending us to find him and deal with it. I hope that a path to the others and releasing them will show itself. No one deserves to go through what we did. And if he can't lead me to them, I'll slit his throat and throw him to the trash, where he belongs. I'm scared. Just the thought of seeing that man sends daggers to my heart. I miss you. And I wish you were here. Deep in my core, I'm still that frightened little boy that was thrown in a cell with you and the others. But will do all I can to help them where I couldn't help you. All I ask is that you watch over me and soothe my heart like you always did. With all my love, Morgan Doloran. I tear the page.
Okay.
And fold it. Walk over to my barred windows.
Yep.
I cast Prestidigitation and burn it.
Okay. You burn it. In your head, you hear Jasper say, "You want to keep it?"
What good would a letter for the dead do?
Sentimental?
That's what I have you for.
Yeah, that's true.
And I will look back to my bars, which I assume Vera is standing.
You can hear the heavy footsteps in the hall on, like, you know that what the steps of your companions now sound like. Like, you've been around each other enough now where you start to learn the sounds of what your companions sound like when they're walking down the hall. This is the heavy metallic footsteps of Vera coming down the hall.
I straighten myself and just pet Muffin a bit as I'm wait for Vera to appear.
In your head, you hear Jasper ask, "Are you going to use the accent again?"
Huh? I'm not sure. I mean, she knows.
Do you think she's noticed?
We'll see.
If you could feel a shrug from Jasper, just the tone of their voice, like that silence is just the feeling of a shrug. Like, okay. Vera, you step to the door that you know is Morgan's.
I just knock 3 times customarily with good pauses in between while structured knocks. But of an appropriate volume is to not startle.
Of course, with all of the decorum.
Decorum!
Oh, my decorum!
Oh, gosh. So, Morgan,
This is decorum in my tower!
Morgan?
Come in.
Vera opens the door and walks in and gently closes it behind her to meet Morgan's eyes. Pardon the interruption. Is this a bad time?
Oh, you just missed the party. I'm fucking with you. No, I'm fucking with you. No, come in. What do you need?
I was about to comment on the party until you clarified that it was indeed a joke, saving me the effort. I appreciate that.
I do what I can.
I was hoping to potentially introduce myself to the creature that was rescued.
Oh, Muffin. Yeah. Let me. He's around here somewhere.
Muffin is 100% hiding under the bed.
Nobody.
He's loafed under the bed. His little tentacles are curled around him. He's awake. He just blinks at you.
That sound that you made, the clicking with the tongue, is that its language?
Kinda.
No. Actually, you make a good point. And I will, in Sylvan, just look down and be like, "Hey, buddy, you want to come meet a friend?"
And you just see a big stretch, and he comes sauntering out from under the bed. Meow.
All right, come on. And it's kind of like give him a little ramp to crawl up to my shoulder.
Yeah, he'll crawl up, just little murder mittens all the way up, and then
Murder mittens.
yep,
Oh, he's just a baby.
he's
Yeah,
just
well-
a baby.
Introduce Vera. This lovely little fuzzball is Muffin, Destroyer of Worlds.
Vera takes notice of Muffin on top of Muffin, Destroyer of Worlds, on top of Morgan's shoulders, and hesitantly reaches a hand forward to shake the cat's hand.
Whoops.
Hold on. Are we having a technical difficulty here?
I am figuring it out now. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
We may drop in 60 seconds. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
If we drop, we'll be back. I promise.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. We just
Oh
got
no,
to
never mind.
Okay,
I have plenty of time to fix it. It's in 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll fix it. I'm fixing it right now.
Okay.
So Vera,
Lovely.
as you
Else we gotta keep this going for 10 minutes.
go.
All right. Cool. No doubt. All right. So Vera goes to shake the paw of Muffin Destroyer of Worlds.
Just leans forward and gently sniffs. And then it licks.
Vera, you see Vera's hand like somewhat twitch out of the way, but then slowly recede back to like let Muffin continue licking a finger. And you see Vera like slowly go to like graze one finger just underneath Muffin's chin.
He just closes his eyes and like stretches out his chin like, okay, pet me.
Vera continues rubbing her metallic finger across Muffin's underchin. And you see her like little gem on her forehead just like blip in and out. Very slowly, almost kind of reflecting a heartbeat at this point. You see it kind of picking up and then just blinking solid. And under her breath, Morgan, you hear, if anything were to happen to this creature, I would self-destruct and kill everybody in this room and then myself.
You're not alone.
This animal must be protected at all costs.
At all cost. That's why he stays safe in my room with plenty of food, plenty of water. And he will stay safe.
Should you require any assistance in raising this beast, please let me know.
Of course I will.
May I hold it?
I'll do you one better. Come on, butter. And Mark will like get on tippy toes and just plop Muffin right on top of Vera's head.
Vera hears the like rumbly warmth of Muffin. Is Muffin purring right now?
100%. This is a happy little bean.
Okay, so Vera up close and personal feels the rumbly warmth and also slightly, you know, maybe feels like the tentacles like maybe like grazing her back or something along those lines. Muffin holding on with like maybe a little bit of claws. This is warm. This is very comforting. And she reaches back up to continue like scratching Muffin from her head.
Eventually he jumps down off your head onto your shoulder and just sits there and props himself. Like, this is fine. He's comfy there.
I'm pretty sure he likes you.
You just see him do a little like headbutt to Vera's cheek.
You see Vera, like it takes like a fraction of a second, but you see Vera lean into it.
Oh my god.
So like they're just like knocking heads a little bit. Vera's like, this animal will hold much emotional capacity within me.
See? I knew you were a big old softy.
I still do not understand what feelings are, but whatever this warm, rumbly feeling it is offering me, I believe it to be pleasant, or I do not want it to stop.
I'm pretty sure you just experienced love.
You see Vera, like, she has like an electric shock to the idea of love. And her forehead blinks really quickly, 3 times. And she gets kind of silent, and then she takes the cat off and puts it back in your hands. And does a quick bow. Silently, no words or anything like that, and then goes to leave.
And as Vera leaves, just Vera. Then
Vera turns as she has her hand like on the door about to close it.
And we'll cast a message at you. If we're going to do what I think we're about to do, I need... Please don't stop me.
I feel I would require more information regarding this.
That'll come.
For the sake of the mission, I'll do what I must, but if I can honor your wishes in a respectful way, I shall see what I can do.
If we're going after him, he can't be allowed to stay on this world.
If that is your logic, I will consider it.
Thank you.
And she closes the door completely.
And Morgan will just go lay on bed and scritch Muffin and be sad for a bit.
Be sad for a bit.
Yeah.
No.
I can hear it. It's on my end.
The sad alarm.
The sad alarm. It's the alarm of sadness and depression. And trauma.
Drama. I'm so terrible to every character I make.
Didn't you message me, hurt me earlier? Hold on.
No.
I did. Totally did.
Okay,
Step on me.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
Oh, you're gonna love tonight. So excited. Xavier, is there anything else that you'd like to do besides sending your companion off to try to get this rat from Ericus?
He really just gonna be very, very concerned about getting that. He needs to. Yeah, this is it's very important to him because this is an absolute unknown, and it is kind of terrifying to have something this powerful just drifting around, and with no knowledge of any of its properties. And now that he's been cut off from it, it's also the whole factor that people interrupted him, and that was just rude.
that was just rude. Okay.
That was just rude.
So, most of the night for you all, once you go to your rooms and eventually fall asleep, most of the evening passes by quietly, about what you expect. However, Xavier, eventually he comes back to you. It's probably 3-4 in the morning at this point. You don't he basically drops something on your chest. It does not feel like a rat.
Does not feel like a rat.
It is a small tube filled with blood.
Interesting. Ivy, can we pause the stream for just a minute?
Yes.
We're gonna have to switch to Discord because I don't know what's going on with Google. It's not giving me any decline messages. It just won't let me pay for it at all.
Oh, weird.
And it said my card was declined once this morning, and then it's not letting me pay for it. And I've tried every other credit card, and it won't let me pay for it with any credit card. So I think someone might have tried to, because I've had this happen before on my other Google account, and someone basically was hacking my Google.
Oh, you're streaming it right now.
Oops.
I got it. Hold on. Give me just a second. I'll put us
Technology! Am I right, fellas?
We'll be right back. Hold on. I'm going to put us on our... Be right back soon. being real slow with this transition tonight. Anyways, okay, we're back. We figured it out. So, thank you all for being so patient. We'll cut that out for future use.
For future references.
For future references. Let me make sure that our stream looks good on this side. Just
It does.
sure everything looks good. Cool. Okay, we love that. Anyways, hello. So, to go back to where we were. So Xavier, you feel a glass tube dropped in your chest. Inside of it is the red, darkish liquid that you know to be blood, but no rat.
I look at Bipu because we can communicate telepathically. What is this?
This is the rat's blood.
I take it the rat was destroyed,
Correct.
and this was what you could This is what you could retrieve.
Yes.
Question for you: Who got the blood? Did you say that?
Xavier.
Who acquired? Okay, Xavier. Did you send
His companion. He's
Okay,
he's a
companion.
monkey.
My familiar.
Okay.
He is a monkey.
Well, currently.
Currently, at this exact moment.
Yep.
Anyways, so this is what I could get.
All right. No, that's fine. It's better than nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to stash it. Actually, in my cell, is there any gaps, cracks, or anything really high up in the wall?
You can easily find one.
Okay, I'm gonna use Mage Hand to stick it up there.
Okay. Yeah, you stick it high above.
Well beyond my reach.
It's high above, like above the desk that you have in your room. It's high in one of those cracks right above it, but you can't see it from where you're standing or anything like that. It's pushed back enough and high enough where it's not visible.
Got it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, any of you, before we go and transition into the next day? You're all sleeping?
Nope, I'm good.
Had your emotional moments? Perfect. So, the next morning, Ergus summons you all into her office, the three of you. Rain, she explains, is still with a different team. She should be back shortly as they are finishing up their mission that she was assigned to. You don't see Norza with you, as she explains, I am needing to visit with Norza today for some office and clerical work, so I'm sending the three of you off on your own, if the three of you think you can handle it.
Xavier just smiles.
She's a
You know I will accept any commission that you offer me.
So, I understand that lately the missions you've all gone on have been a little much.
Emotionally draining.
Yeah.
Soul-shatteringly difficult.
Yes.
Therapy inducing.
So I'm gonna give you an easy one.
Xavier just goes, the answer is fireball.
This is a very easy mission.
The answer is always fireball.
Oh my goodness. I just need you.
Pretty sure that's a t-shirt.
It is.
Just need you to go pick up my lunch order. That's it.
Is it a smoked sandwich?
It is a sandwich. That's all I need you to go get me.
Is it a smoked sandwich?
Are you going to smoke it if I tell you no? Please do not fireball my food.
Is it a smoked sandwich? No. Would you like it to be?
That's exactly what the vibe is. So she's like, no. No. I just need you to go into town and get it for me. I don't think it's gonna be too hard for you.
Does this require 3 people?
No, but I figured it would be a good bonding experiment.
Going into town to bond,
Yes.
I do suppose is what most modern people do.
Exactly. So I figure I will let the three of you go into town, go get my lunch, and bring it back and maybe get some fresh air, since it's all been very emotionally draining for you all. And before we get into any of the hard-hitting things that may be coming up, as she kind of glances a little to Morgan, glances back to the group. That I'll give you an easy task. You think you guys can manage that one?
If you order it of me, I will do whatever you need.
Well, this isn't necessarily an order, but it is an experience.
Are you buying lunch, boss?
You can have lunch if you want. I'll buy you lunch. You can also get food.
In that case, I will not incinerate your food.
Thank you.
I do not require food
Morgan's
nor
muted.
sustenance.
No, all you require is cuddles. I know.
I mean, I'm sure Muffin would love to give you cuddles once we get back.
I do quite like Muffin.
Muffin will be protected for all time. Muffin will outlive all of us.
Muffin's company is of the highest caliber.
These are facts. But I do think...
Ericus looks a little bewildered to the fact that Vera has bonded with a kitten. Like, to her, like, this whole conversation is very strange. Okay. Fantastic.
So...
Yeah.
So where are we going?
Well, it's a small-ish... well, no, it's a medium town. It's pleasant, but they have a small little restaurant, tavern-esque there that makes delicious sandwiches that I just figured I would send you to go get me one.
We are using a teleporter to get you lunch. I'm just squaring up our budget.
Yes.
All right.
Are you complaining?
No, never. I just now know that we can use a teleporter for just about anything. I want to get a new pair of socks. I'm going to go to the other side of the planet. I'll be back. I'm going to use the teleporter.
I mean, you don't have to go, Xavier, if you don't want to.
Oh, no,
I just figured this would be a nice outing, and I get lunch.
I am overjoyed to go.
I just figured this would be a nice outing for you, and I also get lunch.
Absolutely. It is going to be a wonderful outing. We are going to go out. We are going to get some sunshine, some fresh air. We're going to meet new people and not incinerate them because I now know the rules. And because Vera's going with us and she'll kill me.
That is highly likely should you step out of line.
Can you please paint the line in front of me as I go? I do not want to step out of it.
I will tell you when you are closely approaching the line.
That's a much bigger benefit than just incinerate. Or no, you would freeze. I incinerate. Yes. Then this freezing is solid.
I do give ample warning as per my job, and as per yours, you tend to ignore that.
Yes, well, I've gotten better at not crossing lines, though.
I will give you that. You have successfully improved that statistic.
Borg is just going to look to Ericus and just say, "This is the best soap opera I've ever seen. Where did you find them?"
Where did I find all of you?
Prison?
Yeah, pretty much.
An Apple iStore?
Ericus found Vera at a Genius bar.
I got fixed by Geek Squad.
Oh my God.
Alright, get the rest of the party declared. Get Vera to tech support.
Get Vera to
I got that
support.
Best Buy. I got that Best Buy certified refurbished.
Oh my. Actually, though,
No, that's what I said. I mean, because you know.
Actually, though, like, okay, so.
Oh fuck. All right, well, let's get going. I'm fucking dying over here.
Okay, I'm sending you to Tillstone. It's a lovely little town. Has nice walls put up around it. That way, it's well fortified. I'm sure you'll love it there. Do you have any questions before I send you to go get my order?
No.
Fantastic. Okay.
Xavier like stands there and he holds out his hand.
Are you asking for funds?
No, your order. I'm assuming we need to give it to somebody and you wrote it down.
Oh. I just assumed it was you and so you were asking for money.
have never actually asked for money.
I wasn't saying you were. I was just saying. And she kind of picks up a little paper. So her desk is a mess at the moment. Papers, files, everything, all over the
As
place.
usual, Xavier takes a few moments to inspect everything on her desk.
You inspected it when you first came back.
Mhm.
So nothing much has really changed. Not a couple of the papers have been shuffled around, but otherwise it's still the same blueprints.
Do you ever do any of your paperwork? This is like the same paperwork that was on your desk yesterday.
Yes,
Some things have moved,
yes,
but you have not signed a single thing.
Yes, I do my paperwork.
This one is dated. This one says urgent.
I wrote urgent on it. I'll figure it out in a second. After I give you my order and you leave.
You know, you could get a stamp. The stamp things that are urgent. That way you won't have to spend all the time writing.
I didn't realize that you were a specialist in administrative work.
I am not. I'm just trying to help. I mean, if you don't want my help, I can just go get you food and just get out of here.
I am asking you to go get my food. As she's like scribbling down.
Well,
on
now it's my now it's my idea, isn't it? So I'm just going to go now.
Okay. All right. Sure. Now it's your idea. She's scribbling down her order as she hands it to you.
Hey Ivy.
Yeah.
As we're leaving, oh god, sorry.
Coughing fit.
Nope, not coughing.
Ooh.
They had a sandwich.
They had a sandwich.
As we're heading towards the teleportation, whatever it is.
Circle.
Oh, it's a circle. Okay.
It's a circle.
Can I like glance over at the desk? Are there papers or anything or names that I might recognize?
Nothing you recognize? No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you have her order. And as you head to the teleportation circle, you're able to easily teleport there. You land just outside of the city walls. The gate is open. It's like a town of like 2,000, maybe a little more than that. Bustling, busy. It's a very well built city. This is like it's well God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Populated?
No, I'll think of it later. I had it and lost it. You know, like you do. It's fine.
Like you do.
I'll figure it out. But yeah, you guys land on the outside. It's bustling and busy. Are you headed directly there? Are you exploring? Because Ericus didn't
It's
tell
a
you when
walled.
to come back.
It's a walled city.
Yep.
Is there a gate?
Yep, it's open.
Are there guards?
Yep.
Do they shoot at us?
They don't immediately let you know.
Now that I know that.
I love
now,
how that's your first question. Do they shoot us?
now that I
Okay,
well,
fantastic.
now that I know that magic is common in this area, I'm not as worried.
Yes, it is. It is common in this area.
Okay. Are there like? Did we arrive in like a shopping district or?
You guys are right outside the gate. Where you landed is basically right outside the city.
Okay. Well.
So you could find the shopping district.
Shall we? I mean, we have plenty of time. Why not do a bit of perusing, shopping if need be?
If we do not return with the food as soon as possible, will it not go bad?
That's why we picked it up last, so it'll still be warm and good by the time we get back.
I don't
But
know
if it was,
I read her order. What did she order?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
So the thing
yeah,
is,
what is Erica's craving for the day? Is this like a Panera day? Like, is this
It's
like,
like-
a Little Caesars because she wants to be hot and ready? Like, what
Or is
does
it
she
like
want?
sushi where the temperature it doesn't really matter?
I am
Yeah,
having.
like-
I am
like
having.
the-
I am having trouble. What is a panini?
A bread bowl. Oh, I know that one.
yeah. So in her order,
It's a Pokeball.
It's a Pokeball. Oh my god, I could kill for a Pokeball.
Oh god, I could go for some chicken cups right now.
me makes you go
I
get sandwiches. The rest
killed-
of you craves food.
I killed 3 BLTs right before this stream, so I am good.
Too.
I have the day off tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go get some boba and a Pokeball.
Here we go.
Fucking
Yay.
So, her order is basically a turkey sandwich on white, all the fixings, etc. This seems to be like a place that she orders from constantly, so they know who she is when she orders it.
Toasted,
Well-
heated, cold cuts.
No, it's
Looks
toasted.
like it's.
Uh,
This, All right, at least it's toasted. She is not a complete barbarian.
She's a paladin.
No offense, Vera.
Turkey sandwich. I mean,
Does she
I
at least have
personally
cheese
really like
on
the
it?
Mediterranean
Of course.
chicken.
She has
does she have cheese on it?
Yes, she has Swiss.
What type of cheese?
Swiss.
Well,
Ugh,
Ericus is so
okay.
high classy. If she got like a meatball sub, I'd be like, oh, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she got any kind of spice on it or anything? It's like anything, even like a spicy mustard. That's come
She
on.
did not even ask for salt and pepper.
Oh.
And
I
what
love
is-
the idea that
what
she sent
is
you on this.
mayonnaise?
I love the idea she sent you on this easy task, and you all changed her order because you don't agree with it.
I'm going to scratch out mayonnaise, and I'm going to put in chipotle avocado. There.
A nice aioli. Let's
Oh, an aioli. Very good idea.
Yeah.
She
Chipotle
made-
aioli.
Hmm?
Chipotle
heard that-
aioli.
I have heard that receiving fruits helps benefit longevity of life. Mayhaps an
how-
apple or an orange or a banana for
Let's
easy
make it.
accessibility.
Let's make it more appropriate to a sandwich. We will put a mango chutney.
Ooh, that actually
Yes.
sounds quite nice. Especially with the chipotle.
We're
that'd
getting
be-
really sauce
sweet
heavy. I
and
think we
spicy.
might. I think we should make it into a triple decker to kind of divide the sauces out so the bread does not get completely soaked.
Oh no! What you do is you toast the bread and then you spread one sauce on the top and then
Shall
one on the
I-
bottom.
Shall I run the calories for this and compare?
Who counts calories?
I
If
may
it's
look at
good,
the
it's good.
I can look and see the nutritional value of a single item and determine whether or
let's-
not this will
let's-
help.
I'm going to get rid of the Swiss. I know it's a preferred cheese and everything like that, but I'm thinking with this level of creamy, we need a little smoke, so I'm going to put in some Gouda.
Ooh, smart move, smart move.
Yes.
She literally said, "Here's the simple task: pick up my order," and you all went,
Yeah,
"Not good
nope.
enough."
Nope. Ah, simple.
Not enough carnivorous vegetables, Ericus.
She's gonna be so bewildered.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think this has the makings for a very good sandwich.
yeah, Daniel in chat was like, mayo is an aioli.
It's not quite the same. It's got more oil in it. But anyways,
Yeah.
so after making an entirely new order off of the basis of what she gave you, where would you like to go?
How long do we actually have?
She didn't tell you when to be back. She just said, "Go
She
pick up my
didn't tell
lunch."
us.
It's lunchtime. She was like, "Go get my lunch." She didn't think that you guys were gonna be like, "Well, she didn't tell us the time, so like we can do whatever we want."
Let's
Maybe-
take an hour of looking around, shopping about, and then we get the sandwich, and then we can go fuck off home.
Xavier's like, licks his finger, puts it up in the air. Bookstore is this way, and he starts walking.
And Morgan will just magic shop.
Are you just all going whoop? We'll switch.
Maybe. I
Okay,
don't know.
fantastic.
Are we?
If Xavier is heading to the bookshop,
Are
then-
we allowed to go different directions? This will be wonderful.
This will be.
Never
Yeah.
split the party unless you're all insane. In that case,
Morgan
go
and
your
Xavier
own
go
way.
opposite ways, and Vera's just standing there, is like,
One's a flight risk and one's an arsonist. What do I do?
Wait, which one's which?
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Okay. All right.
Because
Vera,
both of us have fireball. Ha ha!
Vera, where are you going? Who are you going with? Or is Vera
Oh.
going off on her own?
Okay, Vera's gonna run analytics as to which one she's gonna go after. But really what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna roll a d4, and if it's odds, I'm going with Xavier. If it's evens, I'm going with Morgan.
Fantastic.
Let's go. We
And
love
then
it.
whichever one it lands on statistically in Vera's head, that's the proper one to follow.
Hey, Madness
All
Diamond.
right, we are going with Xavier.
Okay. Fantastic. You chase after Xavier, leaving Morgan on his own for the most part. Technically, Jasper's always. with
I
Morgan,
know.
but, like,
Morgan's technically always supervised.
yeah, I wouldn't put Jasper as a supervisor.
Well, we do,
Morgan's
that's why
enabler.
Morgan-
Or Jasper's an enabler. Let's be
I
real.
know. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Even the sirens are like, nope, bad
Oh,
choice.
you're so many tonight. I'm just gonna call this siren speak.
So
So
as
you run off
as
in the direction of the magic of the bookshop.
mhm.
So you find
I think
you
I think
find
the
a convenience
sirens
store.
came to your building.
Nope, they're we just have so many tall buildings that echoes.
Yeah, I know.
So Xavier, you
Hmm.
immediately go off in search of the bookshop, which you're
I
able to
had no
find.
idea what direction the bookshop was. I'm just
No,
literally walking
nope, you're
randomly.
like this way, but it's not
Yeah.
hard to find. You do find a shopping district which has a bookshop.
So I'm going to go into the bookshop and I am going to buy um a bunch of sheets of vellum. Is how I mean they're expensive as hell, but I
Mhm.
just want to get as many as I can get from them because they don't usually have a ton. So yeah, I'm gonna get vellum. I'm gonna get inks.
Okay.
Um, I'm going to ask him if he knows if there's any lens grinders in the city.
Oh. Okay.
I'm looking for like a telescope,
Mhm.
kind of, sort of.
Mhm. So it's a half orc gentleman that is standing behind the desk. Um, they have four of the vellums. They have a surplus of ink, in a variety of colors depending on what you're kind of looking for. Um, they don't have a lens of that sort.
It would be very hard to find. I understand. So other than the vellum, does he have any, or does he have the ability to get any blank bound books?
Blank bound, like leather bound books, just like
Yeah.
like a notebook almost. Yeah, you can
Mhm.
find it. There's like a section of leather bound journals.
I'm thinking more lines of a secondary spell book.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go pick up one of those. How much is everything gonna be? I mean, the vellums I know are like a freaking gold a piece.
Yeah.
They're stupid expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Um,
And then spellbooks are 50 gold a piece.
all right, so 4 vellums in a spell book, 54 gold.
54, and a little bit of ink, which will just say a couple, like a silver, like
Okay.
depending on how much you're grabbing.
I'm grabbing I probably 2 pots of ink and a bunch of quills.
So yeah, probably just a silver.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tip him the rest of that last gold. So it'll be
55. Okay.
55 gold.
You can mark off 55 gold. So Vera, you've ran with up to Xavier and followed them into this bookshop as they've kind of walked around. That's really all Xavier does is like walk around, start putting things in his arms. Is there anything that you'd like to do in this bookstore? I don't know.
Well, keeping kind of like a peripheral,
of course,
like view on Xavier. One section catches Vera's attention more than others. It's like under the hobbies and crafts sections, and it's the section labeled botany. So Vera sees these books that have like embroidered flowers or like pressed lavender sprigs on the spines, and notices that they're more colorful, more like they just have this like natural warmth to them. And she walks over and randomly pulls down a book and kind of gently thumbs through it, kind of scanning, but tends to stop more if there are like pictures with a description to the side, and you see her eyes almost kind of scanning it top and down, almost like committing it to memory, and keep going. And then she continues to do that kind of in silence, very quickly thumbing through, closing the books, gently placing them back, and then stopping and basically processing every flower that she can.
Perfect. Yep, you're able to stand there for a little while as Xavier's running around gathering his materials, and the book that you pulled down has quite a few of these pictures and descriptions next to them, so you're able to commit quite a bit to memory.
Knowledge. Better Homes and Gardens, right here.
Does Xavier notice her doing this?
Yeah, it's not like she's hiding. She's staying there.
How many books do you pull down, Vera?
In the span of you shopping, I would probably say she's on her third book.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a fourth of a way through her third book, but like has already quickly thumbed through. And it's almost like the books that she's pulling get progressively thicker and thicker. So like started with a really small one, maybe like a quick field journal from like an adventurer that happened to leave it there.
Yep.
And then like went through like classifications of certain orchids, and then it's like natural gardens and flowers per regional.
Right, yep.
And like now she kind of has like a somewhat thicker book that she's thumbing through.
Gotcha. So one thing Xavier's going to ask the gentleman is, do you happen to carry manuscripts of the arcane, spell scrolls, and the like?
I don't have any of those here at the moment. I could order some specialty in if you were looking for some.
You would probably be some time. I'm just looking to acquire new spells. But in the meantime, do me a favor.
Mm,
Can you see the books that she has been pulling down?
yes. She's
Um,
kind of hard to
I'm-
miss.
I'm going to give you the money for them,
Okay.
and then I'm going to pretend to steal them.
Okay. You don't want to just purchase them for her?
No, it's very much funnier. It could get me killed too. It'd be funny for you. I'll make sure to do it outside though.
What? He just looks a little bewildered, but adventures are weird. He's very aware of that, and so he's like, okay.
Bro, it's a bookshop. I can't be setting things on fire. I can't be a criminal.
Okay, just don't light my shop on fire or burn any of my books.
Do I really look like a person who would burn something down? I'm only asking this because I am a person who would burn something down, and I'm trying to not look that way. So any clues you could give me onto how not to look like someone who would burn something down?
I didn't immediately think you were going to burn something down. It was just a precautionary.
I mean, never mind. That makes sense. Books.
Okay, I think it's gonna be 2 silver pieces. Looking at the ones that she's reading.
Okay. He gives him the 2 silver.
Okay. Then he slides it across the counter, still looking a little bewildered.
You're not gonna tip this man for putting him through all this shit?
I literally,
He just-
I
he just
gave him the
thought-
rest of it. I think I've spent what 2 silver otherwise, and
Yeah.
I gave him the rest of that as the.
as a-
I just gave him the gold
as a
instead.
change, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
So, after you're done shopping, Vera is standing off to one side. Almost
I
to his
gestured to
book.
Vera to go out the door.
Kind of, Vera, you kind of get this wave from Xavier that he's done, like he's getting ready to leave.
Vera doesn't let Xavier leave her eyesight, but goes to leave knowing that business is done there as she puts back the final book.
You put it back in the-
It kind of, as she puts it back, you don't really necessarily see it, but this is more for flavor
Of
fluff,
course,
if you will.
Of course.
There's a bit of a hesitation, like as she runs her fingers along the spine of the book, kind of slightly tracing her fingers over the embroidered title, and just like most common flowers within gardens and how to care for them. And then she pushes the book back in and then goes to leave, keeping her eyes on Xavier.
So, as Xavier's leaving, he's casting Mage Hand.
Of course.
The Mage Hand goes back up and grabs the books and then goes along the floor behind Xavier, following him, goes underneath his robes. And so now Xavier's walking a little bit funny because his feet are walking wide apart so he doesn't kick the books out of the Mage Hand's hand. And then he follows Vera out of the building.
Wait, so if Vera had her eye on Xavier the entire time, does she notice this
It's
at all?
just Mage Hand, so you can roll me a sleight of hand versus a perception.
Ooh, neat.
Okay.
Aha, I have something in sleight of hand, but it's not much.
Still something.
Ooh, I got an 11.
I got a 16.
Okay, so at first, Xavier, you think you're being stealthy. You're like, cool, it's Mage Hand, it's quiet. And
I'm
then
brilliant.
your attention is immediately drawn to this wispy visage off to the side that catches your attention. And you recognize it to be Xavier's Mage Hand, or a Mage Hand in general.
My eyes are trained on it, and it goes to fall until it climbs up Xavier.
No, it goes.
And-
It goes under my robes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes under it, and just you see the rustling, and then it's just. What, is it squeezed between your butt cheeks? Where'd you keep it?
No, it's
just-
hovering
it's just
between my
hovering.
Well,
feet.
you got them books, Xavier.
It's hovering between my feet. That's why I said Xavier's walking kind of funny now.
Is that a stack of books in your robe, or are you just happy to see me?
Yes.
Are you happy feet penguin waddling this
Yes,
shit?
I am happy feet pendling world.
Yep.
Okay. So, Vera sees this and waits until there is clear confirmation that Xavier is trying to leave the store.
Yeah.
Right until you like go as if you were walking out, and Vera puts one hand as to block your way to the outside, and then just stares you down.
Xavier says, like, walks into your hand because he's like, he was saying bye to the proprietor as he's walking out.
Mhm.
He walks into your hand and bumps into you, and he's like, "Is there something wrong?"
What do you think you were doing?
I was leaving the shop.
With items that you had not purchased?
No,
Yes.
no,
She leans closer. Yes.
no.
Gosh, I want so bad to just be like, squeeze him around the throat and just pick him up.
You can roll info if you want.
Can I just go to like baby hold him, or I just like, pick him up? I just like lift him up.
It's that. How do you talk to a short person?
I want to ratatouille him and like see the rat underneath. That is the book.
Yes.
I want,
Yeah, you can try to pick Xavier up. I don't know if I'm gonna let you, but you can try.
I'm gonna pick up Xavier to try and like.
He doesn't resist at all. He gets picked up.
Cool, because I rolled a 23.
Oh my
Yeah, I was gonna
yes,
say
you
there's
pick
no
him up
hope
so
resisting.
easily. He feels so light to you, like a small child would, as you just whoop.
Do I weigh anything to you? No. Like holding a couple of grapes.
No. Xavier's looking down and he's like, "You are hoisting me in the air because why?"
She leans down to like see the mage hand holding the books.
The mage hand's like holding the books.
Yeah, it's just floating
It,
there.
it like it floats over, floats up, and this like is sitting about shoulder level with Vera. Is there a problem? I mean, you ruined the surprise now, but is there a problem?
You did not take these from the shelves in a legal manner.
I don't see how that's possible when I paid for them. I was
Do you
getting
have
them.
proof?
You can ask the proprietor. I already paid for them. I was getting them for you
Still,
as a surprise.
still holding Xavier. She like holds him over to the side and looks at the proprietor.
Is the
Excuse-
proprietor laughing his ass off?
He's giggling a little bit because he was like, "Wow, that went a different way than I thought it was going to."
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Did this man recently purchase the books that he used his magic to acquire from the shelf?
Yes. Yes, he paid for them for you, I believe.
Oh. And Vera sets Xavier down.
There, as he kind of looks, this half-orc kind of shouts out the door that is like perched open with a rock to the side. He's like, there's easier ways to ask her out. Yeah, like, I'm just saying.
He does not need to ask me out. We are already going outside. That is counterintuitive.
Never mind. You just see him walk away as he goes restocking shelves. He's like, no.
Xavier's still up in the air. He's like, "It's really nice up here. It's even cooler this high. There's like a breeze."
It gives you a whole new perspective. Things are better when you're up top.
Xavier looks down at Vera and says, "Am I staying here or you?"
No, so Vera gently sets down Xavier. My apologies.
Nothing
How
to
you
apologize
handled
for.
that situation did not appear the way I thought it was going to go.
That is perfectly understandable. Handy, would you give her the books, please?
This mage hand just floats.
Does it just drop it on my head?
Yep,
Does
it
it
No,
just
it's
kinda-
It's holding them out there in front of you.
Yep.
Vera goes to take the books and then notices that it was obviously the ones that she was looking at.
Mhm.
These were the books that I recently acquired for information.
No, these are the books that you recently read, acquiring information. Now you will have them if you care to refer back.
I have already committed all of the information to my memory. Having a physical copy serves no need, though I do admit. And she holds the book that had like the pressed sprig of rosemary like along the spine. I do not complain about owning these.
I think that's wonderful. And it will serve as a memento for the first time we went out somewhere and you did not have the urge to immediately kill me. Unless, of course, you have the urge to immediately kill me right now, but we are going to pretend you don't.
No, the urge was rising momentarily for a second there, but was quickly dissuaded.
I know. I love to live on the edge. Let's go find sandwiches.
So,
We must go find Morgan first.
Trust me, if there's sandwiches, Morgan has found them.
so Morgan, you were off going to the magic shop. Yes.
Indeed.
What are you looking for as you approach this magic shop? The first one that you come across?
Just doing a bit of perusing.
Perusing. Okay. You go in.
Just
It's
seeing,
a little small, but not bad.
just seeing what they got, and doing a little people watching.
Yeah, you're able to look around. There's just kind of your generic like magic things. No, not anything that immediately like piques your fancy or is of a lot of interest to you. You've kind of seen like the generalized like wholesale kind of magic items, like wholesale things.
I have recently become a bit unstealthy thanks to my armor decisions.
Correct.
Do they got anything that could help me out on that?
Roll me an investigation check. I will take we'll check.
I'll use some of my teeny dice.
Teeny baby dice.
Teeny baby dice. I can't read that for shit.
That's the issue with teeny baby dice.
It is. Investigation. Oh wait, no, I need skills. Where? No, yes. Okay, 0. So, 17.
17? Okay. You take a look around, and as you look, you don't see anything that looks like it would aid you in that.
Damn it. Do you by any chance get any, scrolls? Anything like that?
So it's a purple tiefling behind the counter as she looks up. She's like, oh, scrolls for what? Like, are you looking for something in particular?
No, just look at this. Something that says, "I'm sorry, I shot you in the face."
Is this to a female or a femme presenting individual? Because if that's an apology gift, I don't know if that's...
You know, I don't want to assume, but I'm pretty sure it's I'm pretty sure he's AMAB.
Oh, okay.
Male.
Once again, I don't know if that's the best apology for a partner. I can look.
Well, I mean, he technically is a partner.
What's that saying? A technicality.
In a technical standpoint.
Okay. You know, flowers always work for most people. If you want to get him some flowers.
I think he'd probably just ban him.
Was it that bad of a fight that you're in?
Oh no, that's just how he is.
Okay. I'll take a look and see if I have any scrolls. Give me just a second.
Much appreciated, love.
As she goes to the back room. A couple minutes, she comes out. I don't seem to have any in my possession at the moment, though I could order a couple for you if you like.
Nah, it's fine. It's just doing a little bit of perusing, little windows.
Sure. If you find anything else of your interest, or if you need any help looking for anything else, I'd be happy to help you.
You got any health potions?
Oh, yep. There's some right over on that shelf over there. And you see on a bookshelf, a couple of different health potions on each.
Okay. About how much do health potions cost?
Let me double check. Because I can never remember the actual cost of things.
50 gold.
Thank you. I thought so, but then I was like, I want to double check. Yep, 50 gold. But,
I will. Can I get just 2 of these?
yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a little bit of a discount, so 90 gold.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah. Here you go, and I will give a 2 gold tip and be like, and that's for you, dear.
Oh, well, thank you
Okay.
very much. Good luck
Cool.
with, this fight that you're having with your partner.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get over it. I'm just sad about a rat. And we'll just walk out the door and not say another word.
She looks so confused. I love that you all have come into this town, confused everyone, and then been like, okay, bye. It's very good. Okay.
That's what we do.
Apparently.
Pure havoc, baby.
Okay, that is true. So, Morgan, as you are heading out, are you looking for your companions, or are you looking for the sandwich shop?
Well, probably my companions, because Xavier has the order written down, and we were amending it together, so
Written down, heavily modified, rewritten, scratched out.
heavily modified.
Heavily
She's now getting a pepperoni calzone.
I guess
No.
mayo is an aioli. Who knows?
Mayo is an aioli.
Oh my
Mayo
gosh.
is
By the
mayo.
way, there is now a decorum counter in chat.
Yes.
I saw that and I was just like, that's my baby. That's my baby.
So, Morgan, as you're walking out, you see your other 2 party members across the way, starting to make their way towards you as well. Vera now
Well-
has a couple of books in her possession, and Xavier also has a couple of things that they're putting in their bags.
We're gonna walk up to them and be like, "Well, you look like you both had an eventful evening. You get a little bit of prezzies, and here's more for each of you." And we'll hand each of them a potion.
Very nice. You each
Xavier
have
takes it,
a
he's like-
health potion.
Ah, a health potion. Wonderful. Next time you shoot me, I'll have something to actually,
Exactly. They didn't have spell scrolls, so
Oh, yeah, I know. The bookstore didn't have any either, but the bookstore says they can order them.
yeah, same. Magic Soul said the same thing, but it's the next best thing I could think of to say. Sorry about shooting you in the face.
Yeah, well, getting shot in the face is a personal hazard of mine.
You would think it'd be first-degree burns, but okay.
No, I'm resistant to fire. It's wonderful.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Well, my fire. Everyone else's fire is probably going to hurt.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Noted. So, have we changed the order enough to? We gonna get us something tasty?
Yes, we will get her something wonderful and absolutely meaningful, and we'll give her a new culinary experience that she could not have gotten in any other way.
Expanding her palate.
Absolutely. Expanding the horizons is all part of my plan to inevitably corrupt you all to evil and take over the world.
The restaurant that she was looking for, as you all are walking, having this conversation.
Panera, right? Panera?
No. So off to one side, as
No,
you
it's not
come out,
Panera. It's Panini.
It's Panini.
it's Monty's. So,
Monty's.
Yep.
Monty's.
Off on the side to the right side as you're walking, you see a swinging sign with a little chef's hat that says Monty's on it.
Sweet tea special.
I see it.
That is a stretch, a posture, and a
Yep. I
hydrate.
drank my water. So up ahead of you, you see Monty's. That's where her note indicated you should go.
Ah, look. It is the Monty. I
This
bet you
appears to be the destination where she would have her food ordered.
it does. Let us go. I guess we can have lunch there. I know, Vera, you do not require sustenance, but you can sit there and look at your books.
I will ask Ivy as we go into Monty's. Do I see Python anywhere?
Ooh.
No.
Good. That way we don't get struck with a copyright violation.
Right. No. So when you enter, it's essentially just an old-fashioned type of deli shop. You can see a couple of different meats behind the counter, a wooden counter, and behind it is a short man with brown hair that falls down around his ears, dressed in browns with an apron on. You can assume this is Monty.
I smile as I walk in. Monty, it's been so long.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Do I know you?
I know I've never been here before. How are you doing?
Oh. I'm doing very well. How are you today?
Excellent. Wonderful. I have an order that I'd like to place to go, and then we're going to have lunch. So.
Oh, fantastic. You can sit wherever you'd like, and I'll take the order that you have.
Xavier has actually taken time to write the regular sandwich as well, so he's ordering 2 sandwiches in the to-go order.
Okay. So you hand them over to Monty. And he takes a look at the one that you wrote. He's like, oh, that's interesting. And then he takes a look at the one that Ericus wrote. He's like, Ericus, huh? She sent you.
Yep.
Who's this?
Yep.
He's like, maybe another guard. As
we were actually reduced to the tiniest components of our bodies, transported magically here, and then reassembled through magical means, just to get her a sandwich. I like her style.
Yeah, it sounds right. As he's like, if y'all want to take a seat, I'll bring you over whatever you want. Here's a menu, as he hands you a piece of paper with a menu on it, and the different combinations of sandwiches that he can make for you.
Do you have any tea?
Yes, actually, I do.
Oh, lovely. Can we get a pot?
Yeah. Do you have a flavor you'd like to try?
Jasmine, actually.
Yeah. They don't call me Monty C. Tea Leaf for nothing, as he walks away and starts making your tea as well as the other sandwiches.
Xavier kind of like just smiles, and under his breath he goes, "Never give a wizard your full name." And he goes and looks up at he starts looking at the menu and goes, he looks for the sandwich that has like the most like the spiciest deli meats, like pepperoni, salami. Well, salami's not that right, but cotto salami.
Oh yeah, you're able
Spicy
to. Oh yeah, it's designed in such a way that you can order a base sandwich and then add and subtract things. Like you're able to customize the sandwich very easily. So you kind of, if you want to take a seat over by the window, I'll come and take your order in just a moment.
Oh, okay, got it.
As he sits back and starts making this, he's like,
Morgan is going to pick a meat and everything on the sandwich completely at random and just make an amalgamation.
Of course. Eventually,
You're gonna roll for sandwich?
Yes.
Xavier's gonna try and make a sandwich that can, register on the Scoville scale.
That tracks.
Let's go.
So eventually he'll come over. He brings 3 teacups. He kind of glances to Veer. He's like, I don't know if you can drink tea, but I figured if you wanted some, I'll bring it to you. As he sets down the cups as well as the teapot.
Vera, I do not require sustenance, but I do appreciate the forethought to consider me within this group.
Yeah, happy to. Did you guys figure out what else you'd like to eat?
Xavier just like rattles off his order real fast.
Okay, great. And you? He looks to Morgan.
Morgan's just going to cover his eyes and go, I want that on that with that and that and that and this sauce.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Okay.
You chose peanut butter for a sauce. That's going to be incredible.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thai sandwiches exist.
Yeah.
I'll get this up made for you.
You never put a scoop of peanut butter in your ramen? Dude, Thai noodles? Let's go.
Real quick, what is all of your guys' passive perception?
1.5 million.
Also, Hales, don't give me that look.
14. I'm actually not a huge fan of peanut sauce, which is why I went.
That's fair.
Oh, fair. 15.
15?
13.
Okay. So Xavier, you're a little too focused on making this sandwich as hot as you can possibly get it. Vera and Morgan, as Monty takes your order and steps away, you look over to one side of the counter and there's a large box filled with sandwiches. It's just kind of sitting there off to the side, which is a little odd. Just a little thing you notice. And eventually Monty comes back and brings you your sandwiches. Xavier, yours is quite hot. Exactly as you were hoping. Maybe could be a little spicier in your opinion, but still delicious. Morgan, he sets down a sandwich in front of you, and it looks really good, but it does indeed have peanut butter as the sauce, and as well as some banana peppers and turkey, as well as ham, with like 3 different cheeses. It's definitely something.
Oh hell yeah! I would eat this.
Yeah. He kind of looks at. He's like, "Is that kind of what you were looking for?"
Ooh. Oh, this will be interesting. I love it.
Okay, great. Just let me know if there's anything else I can get for you.
Just. Oh, well, I have my sandwich. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on that box.
Okay. It's just a box of sandwiches.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
You can inside check the DM, but it's just a box of sandwiches. But it's a lot of sandwiches.
Okay.
Okay. So after a little while, he'll come back. After you've eaten some of your meal, he'll come back and ask if there's anything else you need.
I think well, Morgan at least is gonna enjoy tea for a bit.
Okay. He'll kind of stand there a little awkwardly and shift on his feet. So, you all work for Ericus in some capacity, right?
Yeah, you could
That is
say
correct.
So, are you adventurers or?
that.
Okay, there's a reason I'm asking. So that box over there of sandwiches. My delivery guy didn't show up today, and I need you all to take it somewhere for me on your way out, if you don't mind.
Are you sending us on a fucking fetch quest?
This is, I mean, it's kind of important.
Is it going through the city guard?
No.
Well, who is it going to?
Rats.
There's an orphanage here, and normally I send them lunch at least like once a week or something like that, and this is it. I can't leave the restaurant alone. So it's either I was going to ask you to stay here and make food for the people come in, but I don't really trust you doing that, or you just take it on your way.
The kitty's loving the
I
microphone.
know.
Fine.
It shouldn't.
She's just a baby.
It's on your way out of the city. I just need you to drop off the box.
I have no problem dropping off a box to an orphanage.
If
Yeah.
it takes little to no extra effort and does not deter us from finalizing a mission, I also see no reason in not dropping it off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we could definitely do that.
I appreciate it. I'm sorry to put it on you guys. It's just I can't leave, and they kind of need it. It's
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
You said the name of this town earlier.
it's not one. You've not been here
Okay.
So you're not technically wanted.
yet.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
mean-
wanted, and I'm not home.
You are
If
not.
an
You are not.
if an orphanage unfortunately burns down, then something happened.
Just on your way out. It's been sitting there long enough where it needs to get out to them. So I appreciate you guys taking it.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Just make sure to keep Ericus's sandwich nice and warm and toasty.
Yeah, of course, always. If you do this for me, I'll comp the rest of your guys' meal. Like, don't worry about it.
Ah, free food.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
For that, I would burn down a city block because I have.
Right. I really appreciate you guys. And then he walks away. He's like, no, I'm not going to touch this one.
I wouldn't.
So,
No.
we're going to go to break since we're an hour and a half in. That way we can all refill our water and everything like that. And then we will come back as you guys go and drop this off and see
I
what
swear to God, I'm not going to burn down an orphanage. Everyone.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
okay. We're not going to burn in the orphanage.
We're not at mine, so we're good.
We are going to take a break. When we get back, we'll start the contest, and Ray will describe it when we come back. That way we can get you guys going with that and get your tickets for this session. So we'll be back in 10 to 15. Right
All right.
back.
And this time you have a point. They have a Vera with a built-in Xavier extinguisher.
But it's true. We'll be right back.
That is facts.
in Traumaville.
Anyways, hello.
Hey, man,
we're back.
I'll get one of them.
I had actually told somebody the other day. I was like, "Do you know what my Oh, it was Dice Cream. It was Kevin. I was like, "Do you know what my players do to me?" I was like, "They sit there and wait till I say, okay, we're going live,' and then they start spewing shit. That way they can possibly get it on stream." And he was like, "Yeah." It's like, I kind of asked for that one. Anyways, we're back. We will jump back into our game shortly. However, we are going to start our raffle contest, and our lovely player Ray is going to tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So we're going to be we give away raffle tickets every single show. And those raffle tickets go toward the drawing at the end of the month for something called the Mini of the Month. And the Mini of this month is called Lilith. She is actually from Archvillain Game Studios' Red Rain collection. She is kind of like the goddess of the vampires in their thing.
What?
Yes. So if you want a chance to win, Mommy, just type !Mommy in chat, and you will be given a chance to win that. She is on screen right now. It is a 4K quality mini, and Archvillain Games only makes the 3D printable files. You cannot buy this mini anywhere. It's actually technically illegal to sell them because they own the copyright. So the only way you can get this is if you have a 3D printer or know someone with one. So be sure to type !Mommy into chat. Followers get 1 ticket, subscribers get 2. So please do so.
I love that you changed it from vampire
Tails
to
cake ready.
Mommy.
Sorry, what?
Mommy, what? Anyways.
So wait, if we do another model mini like that, should we just call it Hales?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Still muted.
To jump back in to where we were.
I ain't gonna say no.
I ain't gonna say no. So to jump back in, Monty has asked you all to take this large cardboard box full of sandwiches to the local orphanage, and would comp your meal. You all have very nicely agreed to take it. So once you're done with your meal, you're able to take the box of sandwiches. Oops. I have notes, all on sticky notes. I picked up the wrong one. DM Prep says sticky notes. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong. Everybody else just says prep. What prep? So, you all are able to pick up the box and begin walking kind of outside, as well as Ericus's sandwiches, both of them, which are nice and toasty. You're able to carry those with you, since you've taken it upon yourselves to create a culinary masterpiece that you will bestow upon her, as well as her actual order. Whether you tell her that or not, we'll find out. But
Nah, I don't think we will.
you probably won't. Am I kidding? You probably won't.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
So, Monty has given you a general direction. Is on your way out. It is on the outskirts of the main city, right before you go towards out the gate. It's known by Autumn Oaks Orphanage. As you're walking, is there any conversation you want to have, or are you just headed straight there? Anything of importance?
Vera's the one holding the box of sandwiches, because I imagine to her it's like a toothpick.
Yeah, it's
so
very heavy.
Yep.
So Vera's just trudging along.
Okay.
No commentary.
Perfect.
Yeah, Morgan's gonna be relatively quiet and just try and push back thoughts of last time he was at an orphanage.
Yeah. Ray, you're muted.
Xavier is just walking along, like behind everyone, lagging a little behind. And he's walking by each building. He looks at it and goes, 9 minutes, 3 spell slots. 12 minutes, 2 spell slots, but one of them has to be a fireball.
Are you calculating how long and how much it would take to burn a fucking house down?
Yes.
Why?
Just assessing. You got to stay in practice.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Mhm.
I was in the middle of sneezing. You knocked the last one out of me.
Good, you're welcome.
Okay, so eventually you do come across a white picket fence. It's small and seems to enclose a yard of sorts, which you can see various wooden toys, a small rocking chair, a couple of small rocking horses, and some balls out in this yard. At the moment, it's quiet. There's no children on the outside. Everyone seems to be inside, probably waiting on lunch.
What type of house is it?
It's like a 2-story building. You can assume that most of the bedrooms would be on the top floor or the secondary floor. And then the rest of them, like the main, probably the schoolroom where they would teach lessons and have like the lunchroom and the dining room and everything else downstairs.
And the door is closed?
Door is currently closed.
Xavier kind of stops and goes, "So these spell slots and a lot of regret."
No. I will have to veto this one.
He's like, "I would not burn down an orphanage for any small amount." He goes walking. He opens the gate and holds it open for you guys.
Vera walks through, but kind of casually keeps her eye on Xavier as she
Same.
walks past.
Same.
Just a little side eye from both of your companions as you walk through. The front door opens, and standing there is a small girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, and a raggedy dress. She kind of looks up. She's like, oh, "Is that the box?"
You waiting for lunch?
Yes.
Vera leans down and like shows the child what is in the box.
They look amazing. You can bring them inside.
Can you show us where to bring them?
Yes. As she rushes off. She can't be more than 6.
Oh,
Morgan
God.
will hold the door open for both of them and be
Am I
like,
actually about to be a mommy? Am I gonna adopt all these children?
Right?
That would be a turn for this campaign that I would not be expecting, would not know what to do.
The psychotic murderers adopt an orphanage.
On this episode of Team Havoc, family matters.
I don't know if Ericus would
We
know
have a
what to
cat,
do.
now all we need are kids.
I don't know.
And a dog.
I don't know if Ericus would know what to do. She'd be like, "Please go take them back. Like, please, you cannot bring
Take
them
them
here.
back.
Take them
Do you have a return receipt? a gift
Xavier,
receipt, maybe?
Take them back. These are our children.
Take it back.
Oh my god. Okay.
Xavier's like, "Look, I already taught this one firebolt."
Oh my god. Please.
This one's already talking to Jasper.
Oh wow. This one's a warlock now. We can't take him back. Then
That
it'll
one
be a
was
trope.
irritating, so I found some of
tried-
that purple goo and gave it to them.
I taught this one hand-to-hand combat. It's now a trained assassin.
We can't take them back now. They're killers.
Norza, I already taught this one to be a therapist.
It's like this one's out here for all of their issues.
All the other ones are beating it up. I don't know what's
I
going
don't know what's wrong. So, this little girl goes sprinting into a side door that you can assume is probably where the dining hall is. And then she pokes her head out. "It's this way."
I guess we follow.
Yep. So you follow. And in this room are 15 to 20 children of various ages, all the way from 2 to 16. Like a pretty large scale. A couple of the older ones taking care of the younger ones, making sure everyone is settled. Off to one side is another door that kind of goes into a kitchen area. In the kitchen comes a female voice. "If you could just put them on the counter, I'll be right there. I just need to finish making up their drinks."
Yeah, no problem.
That's them down.
Okay, so you set them down. From around the corner steps a woman. She's tall, slender, blonde hair, freckles. Morgan, you recognize her. To you, this looks like Nismar. She's not yet looking at you, as she's carrying a tray full of glasses and is staring down at them, trying to balance the water that's in these cups. She brushes past you.
Do I...
It is instantaneous that you recognize her.
looking looking at the cheek, just under the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see? Do I see a number?
Yep. You see a number 2. I would like to remind everyone that Tom messaged me earlier today, said hurt me, and this was already planned, so just falls into line.
You get what you ask for.
So.
Oh. Cool.
No doubt.
You have about
Everything is fine.
a couple of seconds maybe to react as she brushes past you before she turns around. You know she's going to turn around and look at you.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do?
Panic. Okay.
Do we notice Morgan's?
I was gonna say, Morgan on the outside looks a little frozen, maybe wide-eyed, their mouth agape.
Okay,
It's a little. Xavier and Vera
I need
notice.
somebody to call heads or tails.
Xavier and Vera notice panic. Vera, if you're looking closely enough at Morgan's heart rate, it just goes up.
It is steadily increasing.
Vera, can I pull some like robot mumbo jumbo and like see like do like a temperature reading on him and just see that like his body temperature's
Oh
like,
yeah, just a
climbing.
glance, you can see heart rate is increasing. Like their palms are suddenly like you can see perspiration on their forehead and like their palms like this.
Palms are sweaty. Knees are weak.
Knees are
Mom's
weak.
steady! Pain!
I'm steady. Okay, I need someone to call heads or tails.
I'm gonna call Tails.
Tails it is, here.
It's tails.
Okay.
What do I do?
Morgan she's turned away.
Yep.
Morgan is going to run up to her
Okay.
and hug her.
Okay. So she's setting this tray down, and suddenly, she feels this pressure of this hug, and your arms are thrown around her, and she stands up
And,
straighter. She's like,
Anyone looking at Morgan would see very much like the kaleidoscope of colors that usually happens whenever he's casting spells and using magic is just kind of radiating off of him.
Vera doesn't necessarily go to like touch Morgan, but like reaches out to Morgan. Morgan, why did you embrace her?
This woman has stood up straight, a little thrown off. Is your face like buried against her? Are you hiding your face? Like,
Yes.
so she looks
Yeah,
like
it's
she's
just like because she's a bit taller than me,
she is,
right?
Yeah. And so
So
she
yeah,
kind
it's
of
just-
like looks down, her arms are above like her like this, and she looks at it, she's like, are you all right?
Does Morgan have the same tattoo under the same eye?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes, but it's
Xavier
just
kind of looks over at Vera and he puts a hand on her shoulder. He's like, "No, it's okay. They go to the same tattoo parlor."
Vera questioningly like tilts her head at Xavier and then goes to acknowledge the tattoo
You can
placement.
see a 2 under this woman's eye.
Okay.
She looks and she's like, are you all right? She's not yet hugging you back because she doesn't know this person. She doesn't know you. Or at least doesn't recognize you yet.
Yeah.
Morgan, I think you took them off guard. You might want to give them a moment.
Anna.
Otherwise, it's going to get creepy.
Did you say Morgan? As she looks down?
No, I said Morgan.
Anna, what are you
You got to
doing
roll
here?
the R to say it correctly.
Oh my god. As she realizes, she's like, she kind of like goes under your chin with one of her hands and like pulls your face up. That way she can look at you.
He is very much crying.
Oh my god, Morgan.
Anna, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Are you okay? She's like holding your face now, like examining you, looking you up and down, seeing.
Yep, same. Just looking her over is like
So what she's wearing, she's wearing basically a white peasant shirt and a very pale blue skirt, so you can't see if she has any scars or anything like that on her. But just looking her over, she looks fine. She looks healthy.
Robust.
What are you doing here?
Well, this is
How long have you been? When did you get out?
well, this. Give me just a moment. Let me take care of the children first. This
Yes,
is going to be a long conversation, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it is going to be.
Xavier says, "Oh no, you two go and talk. Vera and I will take care of the kids, right, Vera? Hey, I'll go finish getting the drinks. You help them get the sandwiches set out." And then he walks through the other door she came through.
As soon as Xavier disappears, Vera kind of gently goes over to whatever. Well, I hate saying this out loud. Whatever orphan is nearby.
Whatever orphan is
and looks their direction.
Random orphan number 12. Come here.
It's just like, hey, redhead orphan, you assist me. No, Vera gently goes over to like a nearby child. With like
That's
the
you,
sandwiches
child.
in tow.
You child, come home.
With the sandwiches in tow, and she like gets down on one knee and like, would you be able to assist me in placing these where they belong?
It's a little brown-haired little boy. He looks about 12. He's like, oh, yeah, I can help you. Sure. As he starts grabbing a couple of sandwiches and handing them out, and Morgan sees as Vera is now interacting with these children and they're getting the sandwiches handled. Xavier, it's not hard to find like this sweetened drink mix that probably is made of like a honey and a lavender that they've made there. And you're able to mix it and bring it out to the children as well.
Yeah, we're doing everything we can to give Morgan time to go talk.
Yeah, so Morgan, she kind of goes off to one of she goes out of this room and goes to a room across that looks like a small, like, educational room. Like, you can see there's leather blocks and things like that. There's desks. This is probably where she teaches the students. As she shuts the door, leaving a small crack just in case any of the children need her. So she leaves a small crack and then turns to look at you, and there are just tears streaming down her face as she looks you up and down. I thought you were dead.
No, it's a bit of a long story. I've been through a lot.
Well, I would imagine so.
I've left completely by accident. It was not anything I had to do with. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just glad you're okay. When you didn't come back, I thought that you were gone.
No. It's, I went a little mad, and it turns out whoever was in my head took me out of there. And it's been a lot.
But you got out?
I did. I did. And what about you? How did you get out?
A lot of us did, actually.
How of you? How did Edgar, Taylor, Serene?
I don't keep in contact with a lot of them, but essentially, they left. They left us there. They didn't come back for us. Whoever it was just left, and we got out.
He just
Gone.
left.
Gone.
Nothing.
Nothing. Most of us were able to make it out, go on to get jobs and things. I don't know where some of us went or ended up, but
But you made it out.
we made it out.
And hearing that, Morgan will just collapse.
And she'll get on her knees at your side and just hold your shoulders, and she's like, Morgan, it's okay. We got out.
I'm so happy for you all.
Are you okay? I mean, I don't know who these people you're with are, but it looks like you have friends.
They're pretty good people. I'm currently living in a prison.
But you're not in a prison currently?
No, funny story actually. We have been contracted to perform different missions for our oh balls.
It's okay. If you don't have to explain.
Warden, so to speak. Via could probably explain it better than I can. But
I assume that's the lovely Warforged woman who's helping feed the children.
Vera, if you like turn to Vera, she has like 2 sandwiches in hand, and there's like a child hanging off her arm.
There's like a small
Yes.
ragamuffin little child that's just wee, and she swings on your arm.
Yeah, there's
child
like a
on each
child on
leg.
my arm, and there's like a child trying to ratatouille me by like holding on to like
100%. There's one that's helping Xavier pass out drinks that looks like as stoic as any child possibly can. They're just like, yep.
Just, yup.
Vera, you can't tell Vera is struggling, but you can definitely tell Vera's uncomfortable with the amount of lives currently crawling all over her.
Yes. We love to see it.
I do love to see it.
yes, they're a bit. Well, Vera's good. They're a giant softie, to be honest.
They was like, Vera, just think of them like little muffins. It's okay.
Upon hearing this,
Comparison.
this comparison to Muffin, Vera doesn't seem to fight the child trying to play Ratatouille, and almost just kind of goes along with it like a horse rein.
Yeah.
Like she sets down the sandwiches, and I imagine the child just wants to go for a spin at 7 foot above the ground.
That's pretty much what it is.
Okay, so like
you're an oddity and a rarity to them. Like this is a new thing. But they're like, wow, what is this fascinating thing that has now entered into our orphanage that I need to be a part of?
she lets this child pilot her like a Jaeger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Perfect. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they seem lovely.
They really are. But Xavier's a bit. Keep him away from anything flammable.
So like I do with most children. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yes. There's a large child.
Yeah. So that's wonderful though. You have friends. At least you have somewhere you're staying.
Yes.
You're safe.
Safe is relative. There's an element of danger.
Safer than we were.
For now. We got wind of him.
he's still out there.
Yes. Apparently, Father has been seen out and about with, seems he was experimenting on himself.
Himself.
I I don't know what he took from us, but it changes things.
You've seen
Nick,
this.
I have, unfortunately.
Like something you would take from like a shape changer or a changeling?
Something like that. It was told he appeared with purple blotches on his skin, and we found this on one of our previous missions. We found a syringe with a liquid, and when injected into a creature, it turned them into something horrible. I fear he's done that to himself and is doing something. I don't know what.
Okay. I haven't seen him since.
I haven't either, but he's out there somewhere.
Okay.
Part of me is terrified that it had something to do with Jas before they were gone.
Okay. Well.
I don't know, and I'm terrified.
She'll gently place a hand on your back and kind of rub your back. Have you been dealing with this all alone?
Unfortunately, I just tried to be what Elena was. It's hard.
Morgan, you're not Elena. You're not. She was wonderful and kind, but she wouldn't want you to suffer alone.
I know. But she didn't want anyone to suffer.
No, she didn't.
I'm just trying to live up to her actions.
Have you talked with your friend about any of it? I mean, I don't know how close you are with any of them, but maybe they would understand, help you work through it.
No, I haven't gotten to talk to them about it.
It's not like it's easy.
Yeah. I don't know anything except that what he's doing needs to stop.
Well,
And I'm gonna make sure that happens.
okay.
But for now, this isn't the time for us to be sad, or this is a happy moment.
There's something you should know before he left. I don't know who all he used it on, or if he still can, but he had gained the ability to take and alter memories.
Alter memories.
Don't like that.
Like he could replace them or remove them or modify them. I don't know what he's taken from others. I don't even know if I was ever affected. But just so you know. if you come across anybody else. I haven't seen many of them for a long time, but
I know Joy went missing before I did, so he's praying that they're far, far away. They're always so soft.
I think you'll find that we're not all as soft as we used to be.
Yeah. We all had to grow up rather fast, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to work, but can I try something with you?
Of course. What do you need?
Just like put hands on the side of her head and just press my forehead to hers. And if I can,
Okay.
oh God, I don't know if this is gonna work or if it'll do anything. And I'm just going to in my head say, Jasper, say hello.
I see.
I don't know. I don't know if it'll do anything, but it's.
I'm gonna roll for it. We'll find out. Give me just a second. We'll find out if it does anything or not. Give me higher lows.
High.
High? Okay. Okay. So you say Jasper, say hello.
Mm-hmm.
And Jasper tentatively hello? And
I'm just looking her in the eyes and just
her eyes
trying to keep her calm.
grow wide.
It's okay. This is my friend Jasper. This is my madness.
You named your madness Jasper? Jasper
to be fair,
giggles a little bit.
To be fair, he came with the name on his own.
I did. I picked it up myself.
Jasper's been helping me and giving me new magics, and is going to help me take down Father.
And you see her smile a little bit, and then inwardly, in both your head as well as to Jasper, thank you for keeping him safe all these years. Jasper kind of gets a little mischievousness to his voice, and oh yeah, you're welcome, as if he hasn't encouraged you to do some of the chaotic things you've done.
Yeah, I mean, oh, don't be fooled. He's rather shithead.
I am so sweet all the time, Morgan.
All the time, of course you are.
She kind of smiles. And she sits back a little that way, kind of loving that bond break.
Mm-hmm.
And she smiles at you. Well, you know that you're welcome to come back and see me now that you know where I am. Anytime you want.
Yes.
Within reason, I guess, because you're in prison.
It's surprisingly, there's quite a bit more leeway than you'd expect.
I mean, you are out and about, so I would say so.
It's like I said, it's complicated.
I'm so confused. What did you do to end up in prison?
There's well, magic went a bit haywire.
Oh.
Might have blown up a city block.
Oh, that would do that then. Yes.
Yes, it's completely on accident. Completely, it was entirely on accident. But it honestly, the place is better than what I was staying. I was just in a
hut out in the woods.
Oh. Truly the rugged adventure.
Oh, he'll just kind of just the most courageous, adventurous I can. I'm not gonna lie about that. No, no, but come, let me introduce you to my friends.
Oh, yeah, I would love to meet them.
We'll
We also have a sweet tea special.
Yes.
Oh God,
So
yes,
it's-
uh,
So in the other room, Xavier, this small, like 9-10-year-old boy with this very stoic look on his face, has latched on to you. You are now his new best friend. He is following you around and helping you with the drinks. Vera, the small child who is playing Ratatouille, is now off of your shoulders and happily munching on a sandwich. Everyone seems to have quieted down and settled into you both doing it. As Morgan and this woman come back into the room. Oh, I see the children are all settled. Thank you both.
You're very-
Vera kind of nods. Well, I imagine she's sitting next to a very small child.
Yeah,
Like a 5-year-old.
yeah, you are. Like this little child happily munching on the sandwich. As they've offered you a couple bites, but you've politely declined. As they sit there, they look happy. Thank you.
Not a
Honestly-
problem.
honestly, Xavier, I'm surprised you could do. Well, it's been so long since you burned anything. I'm honestly surprised. Oh,
I'm certain it has been far too long.
and that is not an invitation. Please do not burn this place down. I will.
I would never do such a thing.
Appreciate it.
Anyways, I'm going to assume that you're Xavier and you're Vera then.
Yes.
Yes, this is the flammable one, Xavier.
A pleasure.
Again,
And-
I am not flammable. Everything else around me usually is.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Interesting.
And this is Vera Bell, and they are Xavier, what would you call them?
The fire extinguisher to my flame?
Well, yes, that. But I was thinking more of
Our
our guard.
our protector.
What?
I am tasked with guarding this group.
I see.
Sure.
I'm sure that's a very interesting job for you. They look,
And
they look like they'd be quite the handful.
Unfortunately, they have caused some problems that required creative solutions.
Oh,
She froze me to a wall once.
she did.
I died.
oh,
That is correct.
On our first day meeting, actually.
Also
Anyway.
correct.
Anyway,
interesting.
this is Anna Wine.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And
Wine,
I'm sorry, wine?
like the drink.
Yes, absolutely.
Vera goes to shake Anna's hand.
Oh,
Baby!
the baby. He's stepping on the keyboard.
Ah!
Oh, the baby.
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 He's like, it's my turn at the
Baby.
end, Mom. She reaches out for your hand, Vera, and shakes it. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you again for helping the children with their lunch.
We could see you needed time.
Yes, it's been quite a long time since I've seen your friend here.
A number of years, actually. But I was news has come up regarding a few of our other friends. Oh, Xavier, sorry.
Yes.
This is how I talk. I've
And it
Yeah.
looks a little like. I'm sorry, were you not speaking normally?
no, I how when you go a bit insane and you get a little paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yes, I actually talk like this. It's a bit obnoxious and annoying.
You can still talk like that if you want to. It does not
Uh,
matter to me. I mean,
As long as you communicate the information as clearly and accessibly as possible, inflection and does not matter.
well, true.
whatever you're comfortable with.
Your friends
And
are
I
very
and I
understanding.
appreciate that.
You have some very
It's
understanding
Certainly.
honestly not that uh, it turns out things have been become complicated with father and
Oh, another baby.
friends. All the babies.
She's running around yelling, so I figure I just make her come here. But now she doesn't want to be here now. Well, there
Yep.
goes. It's a cat.
Because she is.
That's
cat,
how it
yes.
goes.
Yes.
but it turns out that most of our friends from
School.
growing up
School. She kind of looks at the rest of the children that are in the vicinity, like that look of adults are talking but don't say anything. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes, old friends from school have gotten away. And
They escaped school?
Yes.
yes, school.
Corners. Got it.
School.
And Morgan is just going to like rub his hands together, cast a message to Xavier. Adults speak around children.
Children are very perceptive. They're going to see right through this bullshit.
The 5-year-old
well-
is currently sitting next to Vera, has sauce all over their face and hands.
You're muted.
Vera claps her hands to the child's ears and then looks at Xavier. She doesn't have pupils, but you could tell she's squinting.
You can feel the gaze.
From both of them.
Oh,
All three of them. Just,
they left school, and then what happened?
And
Was it a good thing?
yes, actually,
Yes.
but it turns out that some of them might not remember what happened as it did.
Okay, well, that's usually I have absolutely no freaking clue, actually, what that would cause that, but there's probably a lot of things that could.
Yes, it just all it means is that it is imperative that we find
The principal?
Yes.
Doc-
the
yes.
principal. The
Dr. Julius. It is imperative we find him and have a conversation with him.
of sorts.
Vera's all logical, so she's keeping out of this conversation. She's attempting to, connect the dots because it's not,
Yeah.
obvious
Yeah.
at this point. But
Yeah.
she realizes now that interjecting and trying to correct this information is
You're
inappropriate.
kind of Vera is sitting there trying to connect these dots, and it slowly
Yep.
comes to her, almost like when you like.
the
you
the
hear a
sparks are,
joke.
are firing, but she's like,
Almost like when you hear
Yeah.
a joke, and then 10 minutes later you're like, "Oh, I get it."
Oh,
Kind of
it's like
thing.
it's like when you're in an argument and you're like in the shower later that night and you
Yeah,
come up with the
exactly.
perfect comeback.
yep.
You get there eventually, but it may not make sense immediately.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, the children kind of finish up their meal. As this conversation is happening, they get cleaned up, and she looks at them. She's like, "All right, children. If you'll go outside and play for a little while, leave our guests alone for a bit." Some of them like, "Aw," but they clean up and make their way out, like children inevitably do, and go outside to play. Leaving the 4 of you standing there alone. Well, thank you for bringing by the food for the children. That was very sweet of you.
Yes, of course we were in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood, why? There's not much that goes on here. Unless there's something I don't know about.
Actually, we were mostly picking up lunch for our employer.
Oh, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, strange. They teleported the three of us to where, as probably a few miles away, just to pick up their lunch.
well, I guess that depends where you're.
And sent us to a sandwich shop that was conveniently located, and precisely the same sandwich shop that supplied sandwiches to this orphanage 1 day a week. And then the delivery person disappeared.
Interesting. You said a couple miles away. Where is it you're residing?
Well, I mean,
You're a terrifying tower?
There it is.
Which one?
The one where people go and they get killed?
Nah,
Gargoyles on it and...
there is.
Are we tower? We have a tower number. Hold on, I wrote this down.
We do have a name.
We are in Tower 2.
You're the
Tower.
Beholder's Eye, Tower 2.
Yes.
2. Yes. Yes. I wrote it down.
She looks
I'm so proud of
to
him.
Xavier, like with a cocked eyebrow and a confused face of, you realize there are 3, yes?
Well, no, but now I know.
Oh. Okay, well there are 3.
We are in 2 then.
That's quite far from here, actually. The obscurity is quite far. Not many people venture there. I can see why they would keep prisoners there. Do you
Oh.
not know where you are? Have you?
No, we get sent everywhere. We don't ever know where we are.
Oh,
We're mostly teleported around.
okay.
Where are we?
You're in the obscurity, which is, if I recall, from the adventurers who have passed through here and made donations, etc. Because I don't go that far. Try to stay here. It's basically a barren, blackened wasteland with a volcano and off to one side near the ocean.
That sounds incredibly similar to where we are.
That
When we were
doesn't
home.
surprise me. Yes.
Yeah.
So wait, were you telling us where we came from?
That's where I believe you are.
Oh, this is the obscurity.
Yes. Well, that's where you came from.
Does that
That's
look like
this
a
here
barren
is
wasteland?
not.
Well, where are we?
Oh, this is Hillstone.
Tillstone.
Just,
Where is Tillstone?
in relation
Relation to the obscurity.
Yes.
Well,
No, it's a bit north, isn't it?
it's kind of. If you were looking at a map, it would be down.
Ah, opposite way.
You guys are
You-
closer to the ocean on the side of the border, and we're more inland than that.
You traveled quite a bit.
It's you want distance between you and things of your past. I think you can understand that.
Absolutely.
Some do, some don't.
I was one who did, but yes, I've traveled quite far to get here and settle down, and now run this orphanage. Yeah.
I think we're eventually going to be going back there. Try and find possibly as much about what he was doing.
Do be safe.
I will.
I don't know how it is since we left. I don't know what's changed. I don't know if they ever came back, but just be safe.
I will. And I know you're here now, and I am.
And you
If-
are welcome anytime, and as are you, gesturing to Xavier and Vera. You both are welcome anytime. I'm sure the children loved you, and I'm sure I will
And-
hear about it for many weeks to come.
Yes, and hopefully next time we come, we have the entirety of our group. There's a couple missing.
Oh, there's more of you. Well,
There are.
I'm sure they are just as lovely as you two have been.
They are actually the more well-rounded of the group, as surprising as it is.
Rude.
I was also Vera, I mean, like, rude. Vera's like, bitch, I'm right here. Well, bring them back anytime.
Statistically, I feel like you're incorrect.
Norza did.
Just you.
Norza did steal someone from someone, so like there was that. But Morgan was more.
Logically, I'm the best bean of the group. Look at the numbers.
I don't
Look at
know.
the numbers.
I think Norza got you beat.
Like,
Xavier's a good bean.
I don't think we
Xavier
have
is
time.
a
We
pyromaniac.
don't have time to argue the moral ambiguity of our characters.
Yeah,
It
we don't
would
have to.
take an
We don't have
entire call.
time to get into all of
I don't
that.
have time to get into all of that, but and it kind of smiles pleasantly at you all. I have some work to get done now. Children
Yes,
are a
we
handful,
have.
but please.
We should probably be getting back to the obscurity.
I'm sure, but please, Morgan, if you see any of the others, give them my best,
I will.
and please come back and visit anytime.
Of course, I will be sure.
And she gives you a large hug, like she just fully encompasses you and holds you like that for a second, and just okay, and then she lets go.
I'll be back before you know it.
I plan on it. Be safe as you guys go back.
Will do.
And Morgan will turn and start walking away. Just standing up a little straighter.
And Xavier will nod and
Be right back.
smile at everybody and bye, kids.
Mhm.
Remember, don't set fires till after you get paid. And then he leaves.
Okay.
Vera leaves last, and as she leaves, the little girl that she was eating
Yeah.
or sitting next to, who's eating the sandwich,
Yeah.
if she's like standing near the door, she'll like put a hand on her head and like kind of rummage her hair a little bit, like as she's leaving.
And she'll just look up with these big bright eyes. She's like, bye. And
Children.
children. And you all are able to make your way out. And then Xavier, that little boy you were talking to, definitely took that information to heart. He's like, cool, got it. I will remember that. Someday this child's going to be a rogue, and it's going to be all your fault when he starts blowing things up.
Isn't that how Batman and Robin got started?
With Robin,
I was about to say which one.
Take your pick. Take your pick.
Yes, except one of
the
them.
one that he got beaten to death by the Joker.
Not that one.
Not
We're not gonna do that one.
Not that one. But you all are able to leave. You still have Ericus's 2 sandwiches with you.
One sandwich.
1 sandwich, of course. Right. Right. Your singular sandwich that you're taking to Ericus. Definitely the one that she ordered. Yeah. That's what you're taking back with you. That killed. The chat says that kid will be Tim Drake.
We can't
Alright.
have anything nice.
You can't have anything nice.
No.
The child is a possession.
So,
So we're walking
yep,
along.
You walk out. Are you immediately like teleporting back to Ericus, or are you having a conversation before you get there, or before you do so?
If the others want to have a conversation, Morgan is just kind of
Morgan's on his high horse.
shell shocked.
Okay.
Vera senses that Morgan wants quiet, so Vera's gonna be quiet and not.
Beepo comes and flies down and lands on Eric
I was just about to
Xavier's
say-
shoulder.
I was about to say who makes you back to you. He has a ribbon around his neck for some reason. One of the little girls probably gave it to him. And you're able to hit the button on one of your bracelets, and immediately you appear back in Ericus's office. Norza is not there at the moment. It looks like whatever conversation they were having has wrapped up, and he has left. The door's ajar and open. And she looks up, she's like, oh, did you guys get my lunch? That was a long time.
Xavier puts the bag with the sandwich on the counter.
Fantastic. As she opens it, she's like, and takes it out, and
It's
unwraps
not.
the
It's
paper.
it's the weird one.
And then she's like, this is not what I ordered.
Well, we were considering that maybe you want to expand your palette, take on some new challenges, experiment, live a little.
I I sent you on the easiest task. I don't understand.
But the sandwich you ordered was, very basic. You don't want to be basic, do
What
you?
is on the sandwich?
I don't know, really. I don't even remember
What?
anymore. We was just naming off things that were really sounded tasty at the moment. We were all kind of hungry. You should have fed us before you sent us to get you food.
Well, you were getting sandwiches too, so I thought you'd eat and then.
Well, we did eat, and our sandwiches were wonderful because we made them exactly the way we wanted them. You don't like your sandwich?
I don't know yet. I've not tried it. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Well,
Okay.
it's all right. If you don't like it, you can send me back. I'll go get you another one.
No. As she reaches, picks up her sandwich, looks at it, gets a quizzical look, and takes a bite. Sets it back down. Okay. It's not bad. Alright, it's pretty good. Not what I was craving, though. But not bad. I'll give that to you.
Xavier pulls his hand from behind his back, pulls it on the back. He's like, good, because I had this wonderful mild turkey sandwich, and I had a really spicy sandwich earlier, and it, might be better for me to, lay off a little bit. Holds the sandwich.
She takes it. Thank you, Xavier. How was your visit to Tillstone?
Wonderful.
Good.
I burned down exactly nothing.
She's like, there was as you started the sentence of "I burned down," like her face was like, "Oh god damn it," and it was like, "Okay."
I emoliated no one.
I'm very proud of you. Next time, I'll try to send you on a mission where you can blow something up to make up for it.
Oh,
Morgan's just gonna chime up. Did you know?
Did I know what? As she puts the sandwich down on her desk.
Xavier steps back and bumps into Vera a little bit. Saying, "We should go."
Oh, we should go there.
He's like shoving against Vera.
Vera,
Go.
Vera, kind of doesn't fight Xavier's little gentle pushes and just kind of gets easily corralled outside.
No, you two can stay.
Oh, we could stay, but that would be really awkward.
Hey,
True.
Vera.
It may be awkward, but if there's information that comes up for later missions, it would be privy for you to know.
Got it. Awkward and uncomfortable. Sitting down for this one.
You sit down in one of the corner chairs, a little away from the desk.
Consider this your payment for the potions.
Vera, as you
Wait. Does that mean I'm paying or being paid?
No, consider this your payment.
No, this is you paying for it. Vera, as you were getting pushed a little bit.
Just sit down, buddy.
I am sitting down, but I wanted the potions.
Just...
Vera, as you were getting pushed by Xavier a little bit, you look down at your wrist, and there is a cute emerald green ribbon tied around your wrist in a little bow. It matches the one that was in the little girl's hair that you were sitting next to. She rolled very high on stealthing it around your wrist while you were sitting there talking.
That's the future rogue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ericus kind of sits back. Did I know what, Morgan?
Did you know she was there?
Who? You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Anna.
I knew there was a cleric who resided in the town. That sounded interesting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Was she as interesting as I hoped?
She was lovely.
Good.
But she did have some information that is relevant.
Hmm?
It turns out Dr. Julius and the others left the institute. And oh god.
Vera falls over.
Vera has a heart attack from the greater, but it just keels over.
Yeah. It's low battery.
sorry. We were talking about. Do you think?
Dr. Julius has left the institute, and the rest were just abandoned. But information was also given that he had gained an ability to alter memories and change them. So it seems that some of my other siblings might not be as excited to see me as Anna was.
I see.
I'm not sure if that will accelerate the need for his... I'm not going to say capture.
I have someone doing some reconnaissance for me, so perhaps I'll have a little more information for you shortly.
That would be most appreciated. And I'm going to be very frank with you on this. I'm not going to promise him being brought in alive.
Oh, I didn't expect you to.
No, quite the opposite.
But I'm going to leave that off the record.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You work with a sense of justice. And one can appreciate you letting justice be dealt.
I also simply don't trust him being housed here.
Fair. Well, this has been an emotionally draining day. I'm going to go to bed.
Sure.
Good night. It has been emotionally draining.
Okay.
Ericus, I have shed tears.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sure Norza is around for a hug if you'd like to go get a hug.
Ezra, I still have access. Ezra.
Oh, hang on. Running.
Erica.
Who's Ezra?
I don't know. I still have access to labs.
You still have the access to the labs.
Thank you very much. Just wanted to make sure.
Don't blow it up.
I will not. I have very much respect for laboratories.
Okay.
And Xavier, please.
Mm-hmm.
No more experimenting on living things, please. Please. For me.
Fine, Morgan.
Thank you. After meeting some of the people who've had a history with such things, it would make me a bit more comfortable.
I understand what you are saying.
Thank you, and I do apologize for my outburst earlier. It was a bit shocking.
I am glad to have a deeper understanding of what you may find triggering.
Thank you.
Despite my bellicose nature, I do not actively want to provoke that for you.
I appreciate it. And if you ever need an assistant for such research, I would be more than happy to assist if I can. I'm not exactly the smartest person in the world. Uh, but if
It
you
is
ever need,
very difficult to assess who would be considered the smartest person in the world, so that statement just goes without edification further. But I will say this: if I require an assistant, I will call you. Absolutely.
yes, we can, uh, my services are yours to ask for.
My services are yours for ask order if you want anyone incinerated.
I actually might call you up on that.
I do have a service where you can incinerate by individual digit.
Erica at this point looks up. She's like, "Please get out of my
Ooh.
office." She's like, "Please leave."
I always start with the left pinky toe.
Oh,
It is
oh my
very
goodness.
important to set standards.
Please get
The
out.
left pinky toe is very easy to incinerate and it pops right off with very little pressure.
Get out of my office. I want to eat my lunch and I don't want to lose my appetite.
You should have taken the other sandwich. It's so appetizing you would not have been able to stop eating it. Even hearing about how much the little pinky toe looks
Oh,
like
okay,
a shriveled
okay,
Out,
buddy.
out of my
peanut.
office. Out of my
All
office
right,
right
buddy.
now.
Let's leave Ericus to her lunch. Again, thank you.
You're welcome.
Truly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, usher Xavier out of out of her office.
Xavier looks at you and says, "You do understand that to actually know what the formula does, it is going to have to be tested on living things. At the very minimum, living tissue. And tissue does not live long when it is not on the body."
Then we'll probably have to work fast, won't we?
It's not the speed of the work, it is the understanding of the outcome. If we want to figure out what he is doing, we need to figure out what he is doing
I understand.
and how.
I understand.
I know you have an understanding of somewhat of what was happening because you were there. What I'm trying to express to you is no matter how horrible what was done was, because it was done without any technical knowledge of how it was done, the only way to find out is to replicate it. So unless we can find someone who knows more than you, eventually, to find a way to stop it, we may have to do what he has done.
If certain situations play out the way I'm predicting they are, we might be able to ask the source.
As long as you don't kill him.
I guess that's why we have our bodyguard, isn't it?
Well, no, if we find a priest, you could still kill him. It would just take us a long time to ask him questions.
Hmm?
5 questions a pop is not a big deal. And he can still lie.
True. That's why I think it's important that we keep our morally our more high grounds close by.
How about this? How about you keep the moral high ground? I keep this really general gray area where murder is always on the table.
Oh, of course. I'm not the one saying murder's off the table. Absolutely not. I'm just saying it might be, if we're looking for answers, it might be better to keep our friends close by to keep that aspect in check around him until
Well,
we get
I
least
understand.
until we get our answers.
I understand. The only thing I'm looking for out of all these is the countermeasure.
Exactly.
Once we have the countermeasure, we're golden, as they say.
Yes. And now, here's a question.
Hmm.
Your familiar, the they're technically living tissue, but not
No,
really.
they're not. They are They are beings that are summoned, and they are made up of whatever they are summoned from. Mine happens to be basically infernal.
Ah, well.
It's not an actual demon or anything. Some people get them from the positive material planes. I get mine from the negative. So
It was worth a shot.
yeah, they don't count as living.
Yeah. Vera, is there anything you would like to do before we end session for the night? You have 3 new books and a new ribbon. Is there any thing you want to do? This is the first time Vera has interacted with a child in a very long time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yep.
How you doing, buddy?
Vera's got some complicated emotions.
Yep.
She knew what they were. She'd probably tell you, but alas, she
Does
doesn't.
not. So.
Okay, she is not aware. She just knows that, you know how like sometimes things are associated with memory, and that's like through texture, feel, something like that. She's like rubbing the green ribbon like with her fingers, just kind of pensive about it. And then if Morgan was just like, "Hey Vera, you ready to go?" She would like, you'd see her concentration would fall, and then I imagine in her rucksack on her side she has like the books attached to it. She like goes to like run her finger along the spine of the book that has the rosemary sprig pressed to it, and kind of nods in agreement, ready to leave.
When you get back to your room, or like to go charge, will you please roll me a wisdom check?
Yes.
Ooh shit.
16.
Okay, so as you take out these books to put them on a very bare bookshelf that you have in your room, because you at this point not needed it, but standard kind of, when they refurbish the rest of the rooms, they also did yours.
You know, every college dormitory has like that one repetitive IKEA piece of furniture.
That's exactly what this is. Like, they were like, yeah, we went to Fantasy IKEA and furnished all of our rooms for Team Havoc.
Yeah, this is just smorgasbord.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Exactly.
smorgasbord.
So when you're putting your books up on the shelf, however Vera chooses whether to lay them on their side or standing up, you have a moment where you flash back to a time where you're standing in an old library in front of a huge bookshelf absolutely filled with books, and you can feel a smaller person next to your side as they're laughing and picking out books as well, and it's the quickest of flashes, but in that moment you just feel a sense of joy that you're not used to feeling, and then you flash back to you standing and putting this book back on this shelf.
Why do you hurt me? Why do you always hurt me at the end? Why?
Can I ask you something real quick, Ivy?
Of course.
When we were at the party,
Yep.
and Vera was having all those flashbacks and everything like that, that was all when she was basically alone?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I knew that she spent a lot of time separated from us at the party.
A lot of it, like, if you were to see her at any point, it would have been from a distance, and maybe you wouldn't have realized the interaction that was going on.
Got it.
Yeah. You saw her interacting with the bridesmaid, but you knew that was the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Cool. So before we end, is there anything else we'd like to do this evening?
I would like to say one thing.
Yeah.
We just got follower number 975.
Ooh shit.
Which means we are going to be giving away a secondary prize when we hit 1,000 followers. I'm going to have to make a video about it. I'm going to have to get some photos to put up on the stream.
You guys gave Ray a bunch of work to do.
Yeah, but it is going to be very, very, very badass. If I hadn't dropped it before the stream, I would be able to show you.
Yeah.
But it's sitting on the floor in pieces beside me.
Yeah.
Because I got to put it back together.
Don't worry, you guys won't get that one.
No, you won't get that one.
Not that one.
So is there anything else Xavier wants to do? You're going to the laboratory, which you can cover in
Xavier,
the next session if you're not looking for anything in particular.
I don't think there's going to be anything in particular. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
the blood.
Mhm.
Xavier is going to go down to the lab
Mhm.
with it,
Okay.
and he is going to basically be looking to try and see if there's any unusual properties about the blood. Does it react to anything odd? He'll test it against silver. He'll test it against, see if there's any unusual reactions to it in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
He just wants to see if there's any supernatural properties to the blood at all.
Fantastic. Okay, I will come back to you and we'll end with that as soon as I
Gotcha.
Morgan, is there anything you wanted to do?
Morgan is kind of on cloud 9 for a hot second.
Mhm.
Just ecstatic about what just happened.
Mhm.
And then replaying all of it over and over again in his head, the severity of what's going to happen next.
Mhm.
It hits him, and Morgan is for the first time going to head to the training area.
Okay.
And
Work out those frustrations, babe. Work 'em out.
work out the frustrations and get a bit more proficient with this new sword.
Okay. Your beautiful hexblade sword that is orangish and purples. Very very pretty blade.
It's pretty.
It's pretty. Okay. All right. So you spend some time training. And we'll end out with Xavier. So, Xavier, as you're testing it, you're looking at it. I need you to roll me investigation, as well as a history check. So 2 different checks. You're muted.
Do you want the investigation done as a roll, or do you want me to use my passive and then do the history check separate?
I want them both
My
as
passive is
separate.
a 17.
I want them both
Okay.
as separate rolls.
All right, so investigation is a 22.
Okay.
And history, you said?
Yes.
Roll high.
You cursed me.
Don't like that.
You cursed me. I rolled a 10.
10. Okay.
Oopsie.
That's fine. So, because your investigation check kind of set the DC for your history check. So, that's why I had you roll both. So as you're looking at this blood, you're kind of cross-referencing it with a couple of the medical journals, a couple of the other things that are available to you in this lab. You're running as many tests as you can. When you begin looking at it, like you break it down what properties it actually has, something takes off in one of the medical journals that you're reading about of a patient who had lycanthropy. This blood sample has very similar properties to lycanthropy of a different type. It's not, you're not finding a gene for wolf or anything in it. You're finding the gene of a hooked horror, but it mimics like a lycanthropy.
Is there any references to anything being done to lycanthropy to make a variation that affects more than just beasts?
You're not finding any findings of it in this instance. You're not finding books or any journals or anything of people that have done so in this type of setting. If it's been happening or if it's happened, it's not been recorded in this way.
All right, so I'm going to fuck.
Damn.
All right, I have to wait. I have to wait until I get back into town.
Okay. So that's essentially what you find, is that this whatever has fused with its blood acts as if a lycanthropy, but with hooked horrors. So that is essentially the bare bones of what you found in your findings.
Yeah.
And it takes
so
you a little while. Like it takes a good amount of time to cross-reference and look at what you're finding as you're testing these samples.
and it actually fits in with the theory that Xavier already had. So there's no link to any of the properties at all, though the actual serum, there's no trace of it in any way.
There seems like it does,
because it seems to just
kinda-
alter the blood itself.
exactly.
Got it.
Yeah,
All right.
you're not finding where it's like bonded to anything because it has mixed entirely. Like it has created a new mixture of blood, essentially.
This is fucking terrifying.
Kind of like a biofusion
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So, we're gonna end session there. Now that Xavier's discovered a little bit more about this terrifying thing that's looming in the background, which I love so much.
It is terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, yep. Welcome to Pure Havoc. This has been a lot of fun. We will be back in 2 weeks on the 28th, which will be more of a Halloween episode. Hopefully by then we'll have our entire
And
cast.
boy, have you set it up for a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
I don't want to play
It's so
anymore. I'm
exciting.
going home.
I'm very excited.
Let's go.
So the next, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of inspired by something else that I've run in the past that's been Halloween related that I didn't run on stream. So I'm really excited to bring it to stream and let you guys experience it firsthand. It'll be a lot of
Let's
fun.
go.
Come find out if we're in costumes or not. We might be. We might not be. We'll see.
I will in
I
fact
will
be in a
probably be in
onesie.
costume. I'm not gonna lie. Our characters will also need costumes. So come find out what all of our lovely players decide is the best costume for their character. At dinner in the game, we always save you a seat at the table. We have games running different days throughout the week. You can find what I'm up to and what all of my companions here are up to. All of their socials, so make sure you follow their Twitter, their Instagram, their TikToks, etc. We have an upcoming charity stream, that's going to be over on Rolling for Charity, which is our 24-hour charity stream, where we're raising money for Doctors Without Borders. It's our 3rd annual event. We're really, really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so make sure you guys follow us on our socials. That way you can come see what else we're doing. In the meantime, come join us for all of our other games. So make sure you follow. This has been Pure Havoc for the evening, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Thank you, guys.
I love you all.